Step into the vibe, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm rise high, we're living life. Let's fly, off tap life. Sky's the limit, no shy. Off tap life.
Alright, what's up guys? We have to talk about these photos because I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's a bit disappointed and a bit confused that these were actually the NASA photos. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that 31 Atlas is like really, really far away, but when the guy down the street who happens to be an amateur astronomer with his little telescope in his little backyard can get a better picture than NASA can with their freaking, what, 20 billion, 70 billion, freaking how many millions or billions does it cost to send all these freaking satellites and telescopes and all these probes and whatever they got out there? You know, they got all this stuff out there. And this is the photos we got. And, you know, I think everyone with half a brain expected NASA to, you know, not come out and say anything like, oh, you know, well, it could possibly be a alien ship, or it could be something other than a comet. We knew they were just going to say, oh, it's a comet. It's just a regular comet, you know, but it's just from a different area of the space, so of course it's going to be different. It's far away. Like, we all knew that. We all expected that. Like, but come on, dude. There's 12 anomalies. There's 12 things that make this thing stand out to, like, even Stevie Wonder. He can see that it's not a comet. He can see it's not a comet. We all can see it's not a comet, except for the people who should know that it's not a comet because they're the professionals. I mean, what do we know, right? But it's not a comet. Guys, let's go back and let me remind you again, the 12 anomalies. Okay, number one, ecliptic plane. Okay, ecliptic plane alignment. Its retrograde trajectory is aligned extremely closely within 5 degrees with the ecliptic plane, the plane of the planets orbiting our sun, which is statistically unlikely alignment for an object arriving randomly from interstellar space. Now, I mean, that's a big one, right? Think about it. What is the odds? Think about this. Seriously. What's the odds, dude? I mean, come on. But some people go, hey, you know, coincidences happen. Okay, but how come there's still so many other anomalies? How many coincidences do you want before I tell you it's not a duck? I told you earlier, I said last time, if it ain't quacking like a duck, it ain't a duck. Listen to this one, number 2. Sunward jet. I want to remind you guys, and for you guys who are just tuning in, you didn't watch my previous video, I'm just going to list off the anomalies so you know what they are, and you can also go watch the previous video when I talked about this as well. This is the follow-up video. We're following it up because NASA dropped freaking photos that I could have taken with my phone on my iPhone. My camera on my phone. I said my phone on my phone. No, but seriously, I mean, there's people out there who are taking better photos from Earth, and they've got stuff up there in space out there somewhere, and they just, this doesn't make sense. Okay, listen to this. Sunward jet, anti-tail, an anti-tail, not a regular tail, this is the anti-tail, and it's facing the sun. The anti-tail, it displayed a jet of material pointing toward the sun. An anti-tail that is not an optical illusion, unlike what is sometimes observed with familiar comets. Okay? It's not an optical illusion. No. Number 3, massive nucleus. Its nucleus is estimated to be far more massive than other known interstellar objects like 1 Oumuamua and 2 1 Borisov, while also moving faster. Number 4, fine-tuned arrival. Its arrival time was seemingly fine-tuned to bring it within tens of millions of kilometers of Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, making it unobservable from Earth at perihelion, closest point to the sun. Guys, think about this. Like, you really think that that's just a coinkle dinkle, as they say, the coinkle dinkle. Do you really think that's a coincidence? Like, I want you to be honest with me, seriously. Do you really believe that in your heart of hearts? Because there's just no way. I mean, I'm questioning why. What, Nessa, I love you. You've done some stuff, all right? I mean, mistakes have been made. Let's be fair. I think that if what people say is true, mainly you guys, but if it's true that you have gone to the moon, right, let's just say it's true, because we don't want to start in conspiracies or anything, but so you've gone to the moon in 60 or 70, 65, 70, somewhere along the lines. I mean, let me do my mathematics. I mean, that's what, 50, 60 years ago or something? Maybe 70, because I just know you went there a long time ago and you ain't gone back. There's the Russian and U.S. space race that happened apparently, and I mean, geez, you guys were motivated then. But what about now? I mean, I think isn't China attempting to outdo you? I think they are. I'm pretty sure they're not trying to outdo you, Ness. I think I've actually heard that. Matter of fact, I heard it through the grapevine. China is actually about to drop a freaking lunar lander themselves on the moon. I mean, you guys are struggling to get back there. Someone help me understand. How are we struggling to go back to the place that we already went to before we even had the technology that we have now? I mean, sorry if I'm just seeming a little bit just confused by this all. But someone enlighten me, because I don't understand why it's so difficult to do something we've done before. Like, why is it so hard? I'm confused. Did something change to make it harder now? What? The aliens saying don't come back? Is that what's really going on here? They don't want you back up there? So, making a secret weapon, space weapon, just in case, a little laser. Laser. But seriously, guys, it's just so baffling. But anyways, okay, so, let's just continue with these, shall we? That's a topic for another day. All right. Number 5, unusual chemical composition. Nickel, in parentheses. Its gas plume contains a nickel to cyanide ratio that is orders of magnitude larger than that of known comets and contains much more nickel than iron. A ratio found in industrially produced nickel alloys. Do you understand what that means? Industrial produced? That means it's artificially made. We didn't make it. Hey, let me just be devil avocado. We didn't make it. We're not the ones who made it. I'm sure we didn't do it. I mean, okay. To be fair, we could have made it from the future and we could have sent it back to the past. I mean, that's a theory. It could be. I'm not saying it's. I am the one person who is always open to the possibilities of the possibilities. So I will never say that could not have happened. Okay? But, guys, we've got all these comets that we've seen and all this stuff and everything. And, people, a comet has a kind of a vibe, It's like, this is what a comet is. It's kind of like, this is what a basketball player is, or this is what a Ferrari is. We know what they look like. We've gotten a good idea of what it should look like if it's one of those type of things. I mean, it's in the dictionary what a comet is. And, it's kind of not doing the comet things. I mean, it could do the comet things if it was a comet, but because it's not doing the comet things, can any 5-year-olds in the audience tell me, oh, I'm sure there's a 5-year-old who knows the answer. Dear little Timmy, let me ask you a question. If something doesn't act like a comet, would you say it was a comet? I mean, let's make it easier for you. Hey, you see the dog in the other room? When it's barking, would you say that's a dog? Okay, but what if it didn't bark? And what if it had a long neck? Like, I don't know, those animals with the long legs. Would you still call it a dog? Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here, situation where a comet is being told to us by NASA it is a dog, even though it looks like a giraffe. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta believe what you're gonna believe, I guess. But let's continue, because there's more, but there's more. Low water, number 6. Low water content is gas plume contains only about 4% water by mass, whereas water is a primary constituent of typical solar system comets. Yes, I said that word wrong. Don't judge me. I don't understand why you're being all like, oh, look, you said the word wrong. Like, sometimes people say words wrong. Just like some people say that things are comets when they're obviously not. We're not name calling NASA. What? Number 7, extreme negative polarization. It shows an extreme negative light polarization, a characteristic that is unprecedented for all known comets. Key word in this sentence you might have noticed is 3 letters, 1 word, all. All comets, not 5 or 6 of them, not half of them, not a dozen, not a baker's dozen. No, not a turkey if you're into bowling. That's when you bowl 3 strikes. Comets might actually look more like a bowling ball than whatever that thing is out there. Just saying. I don't know. Let's carry on, shall we? Number 7. Extreme negative polarization. It shows an extreme negative light polarization, a characteristic that is unprecedented for all known comets. I just read that. I know I did. And therefore, I just thought I would read it again, because sometimes repeating things is fun. Just like NASA likes to keep repeating to us that this is a comet. I think what people believe is if you say it enough times, it will become true. Like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times. Yeah. I'm not saying his name 3 times because Beetlejuice scares me. Beetlejuice. Number 8. Wow signal. Now this is a wow. Coincidence or not? It arrived from a direction in the sky that is coincidentally aligns with the direction of the famous radio wow signal within 9 degrees. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might go within 9 degrees. That's a coincidence. Like, guys, in space, as big as space is, like, you guys know space is big, right? The universe, the galaxies, the everything, like, it's pretty big. Yeah. Yes, it's quite much bigger than you may think if you're thinking that it's the size of Wyoming. Or if you think it's just one planet, like the size of Uranus. Anyways, yeah, guys, within 9 degrees, like space is so big that within 9 degrees is actually a big deal. That's more than, I don't know, a coincidence, if you ask me. But hey, I'm not not working for NASA. I'm not an astronomer. What do I know? Anyways, listen to this one. Number 9, abnormal brightening. Near perihelion, it brightened faster than any known comet and was distinctly bluer than the sun. You heard that? I'll let that sink in for you guys. Number 10. Unreasonably large surface area for jets. Its sunward and anti-solar jets would require an unreasonably large surface area to absorb enough sunlight to sublimate the ice mass needed to feed these jets. Now, if you was in a court of law and you had a lawyer that was on your side, that was naming off these anonymies in this case, trying to get your innocence, let me tell you, you would be getting let off. You would be free. You would be going across the wall. That's my Trump. Wall. Anyways, yeah, guys, it's like, come on, seriously, right? Let's read this next one. There's only 2 more. 12 anonymous. I said there's only 2 more. Like, if there was only 1 or 2 anonymous, you'd be like, okay, well, look, yeah, sometimes coincidences happen too, maybe. But 12, 11, non-gravitational acceleration. It displays non-gravitational acceleration, which means its motion cannot be entirely explained by the sun's gravity alone, a common feature in comets due to outgassing, but unusual in this context. Your Honor, I think we have a slam dunk case here. And then the last one, fixed jet orientation is jets maintain the orientation across vast distances, despite the object itself rotating, which is unexpected for a spinning comet nucleus, right? Like, guys, I mean, come on. I propose to the court that this case is adjourned. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what we clearly have here is a case of mistaken identity. Obviously, there's would they be a defendant or the plaintiff in this case? They're the ones who are spreading their freaking comet story. Anyways, I wish, look, here's the thing, guys, and let's keep it 100 here. I'm going to be really serious, okay, because I'm open-minded enough to believe that it could be anything. Okay, I would even say it could be some type of space object of natural things. It could be, right? We don't know. It could be. Anything's possible, right? It could be maybe some type of planet or something that just somehow got, thrown out of its solar system, and it's just a coincidence that all these things are happening. Like, hey, I'm open to whatever. It could be that. Okay, sure. Why not? And Santa Claus might not really be real and might not come to Christmas this year. Like, right? Like, sure. Try convince me that Santa Claus is not real. Come on. Like, this is the thing. Houses without chimneys. The people living in trailers and vans and camping in tents in the forest, and somehow Santa's managed to. You understand how that's done, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've watched Star Trek. Beam me up, Scotty. Scotty's working for Santa Claus. There you go. I figured that out when I was 8. I don't know, guys. Look, seriously though, I thought I was expecting more from these photos personally. I really was. I thought that we were going to get just something a little better. I mean, and to discover that we've actually had better photos from just these amateurs down freaking the road, just regular Joes who they just freaking went and bought a nice little telescope for Walmart or somewhere, and they freaking just got all their little gadgeting things. Just they looking up there and getting these great little nice photos that are clearer than NASA's from their backyard with their little Amazon telescope or whatever. Like, it's Meanwhile, NASA, has all this money, and they're the professionals. So, we wait all this time to get these photos, and this is what we end up with. Now, some might say conspiracy, right? Why did it take them so long to get, the government shut down, right? Conveniently shut down at a certain time. Okay, sure. Coincidence, right? Okay, yeah. Sure. One of the longest lasting shutdowns ever, too. Am I right or am I right? I mean, that felt like, yeah. But anyways, I digress. So let's just say that the photos were underwhelming, and what they had to say, their little panel, making this exciting little announcement. First of all, why are you holding some type of press conference, some type of super announcement? The 4 NASA experts there, freaking for these crappy photos, and y'all just saying the same thing that you've been saying. You ain't introduced nothing new to the conversation, and you're just showing us the just really average looking photos, and a lot of them were photos we've already seen. You didn't really show us anything new whatsoever, except you just showed us new bad photos, really. That's all you really did, and you just kept on telling us that it's a duck. It's a duck, you quack. It's a duck. It's a duck. I mean, sure, why not? Let's just play along. I mean, I don't know, guys. Tell me, what do you guys think? I need to know what y'all think, because I'm just going to keep on saying that I think there's just too many anomalies. There's just too much duckness going on. I just can't believe that this is a I refuse to accept that. Now, I'm open to it being multiple other things. I am not open to it being called a comet, because it ain't a comet. By definition of what a comet is supposed to be, and what we know a comet to be, and how a comet's supposed to act and do things, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a comet. It's not. I mean, personally, if you're going to call that a comet, you might as well call the moon a comet. So just start calling everything a comet at this stage. I mean, what are we doing? That's not a moon. No, that's a comet. What are you doing, silly? Can't you see the tail? like, what photos are they looking at? That, I mean, they in this thing saying, like, these photos, like, oh, it's clearly a comet. You can see it's actually got all the comet characteristics, man. What photos are you guys looking at? I am not looking at the same photos you guys are looking at. I'm sorry, but your photos and the photos that I've seen, it ain't the same photos. You must have some secret photos, which I think you do. I think you've got some better photos. I think you've got something you're not saying. I think you got a little secret. Actually, probably multiple secrets. So, hey, I'm not going to start no conspiracy. I'm not going to do that, because there's enough people out there already doing it. I'm just saying that, hey, come on. Tell us the truth. Come on. You can do it. Who's going to be accused? Who's going to be accused? Who's going to accuse you? Oh, Lord. I don't know. Anyways, guys, yeah, if you were disappointed with the photos, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you were disappointed with what NASA had to say, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you think that 3-1 Atlas is not a comet, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you think it's a mothership, let me know in the comments below. If you think it's just something else, let me know in the comments below. I need to continue this series. We need to revisit this. Also, let me just look and see if you guys asked any questions in that last video that we can visit and address. Let me see here. Let me see if you guys had something to say. Let me check it out. Let me see here. Okay. Might open this app instead. Let me just click on. Oh, where's my channel? There it is. I found it. All right, let's have a look. Why does it say I'm still live? What's going on with that? How am I still live? Am I still live? That's awkward. It's saying I'm still live. I'm sure that's just some type of error. Okay, let's go to my videos. It still says I'm live though. I might have to investigate that. If I'm live, I'm obviously multi-dimensionally doing a great job, I guess. Anyways, let's check this out here. So let's find that video. Okay, here we go. 3-1. This 3-1 Atlas. Oh, hey, yo, whoa, hey. This is my video. Why are you talking? Who are you? Calm down. Whoa, hey. I always want to see my comments. All right. That's awkward. There's literally no one talking about anything in the comments. I thought I asked you guys to do that, but okay, that's cool. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes things don't go to plan, and sometimes a comment is not a comment, and at the end of the day, this is one of those times. So I again will say this, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this more. I think this is a topic that needs more discussion because, guys, this is a serious situation. This is a serious situation. It really is. It really is. Because basically, there's so many things like wrong with this, right? There's so many things that just don't add up. And there's so many things that could technically be completely different than what we're being told. And there could be a reason for it. Like maybe they know it's a 12-mile long freaking alien mothership. They've seen something that they know. And they don't want everyone else to know because we'd be probably freaking out and it'd be mass hysteria or something. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anywho, great talk. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And yeah, we're back doing regular live streams, except not great. Well, but I need to make another video on that because we're having live stream technical difficulties, which is kind of funny because I've done lots of live streams. Live streams was easy until you decide you want to play a game on it on your phone, and then you want to actually stream it while still showing it on for everyone else, and you're playing it, and then you also want to connect it to multiple destinations, one of them being like Discord, which, like, go figure, everyone isn't supporting in an easy way like YouTube, TikTok, freaking all the other places, you know, but okay, like, you know, and then do it with a Mac as your desktop, because you don't have a desktop Windows, you're doing the Mac thing, because you say, hey, Mac is cool, you know, and you grew up thinking how cool a Mac was, and then you get a Mac, and then next thing you know, you miss your Windows machine that you built. I built many Windows machines, ladies and gentlemen, and it comes find out that that would be better for what I'm attempting to do than the Mac. But the Mac's shiny. So is that comment, huh? Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we're talking foolish. Keep it off tap. Off tap. Out.
We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!